Namaste. Welcome to RANGMUNCH, where Rang, rhythm, and roots tell their stories. I'm your host Shweta Sharma, and today on our show we have a very special guest. Please join me in welcoming Ms. Seema Jardin. How are you, Seema? Welcome to RANGMUNCH.
Hi Shweta, thank you so much for having me.
It's a pleasure to have you. I have seen so much
Oh,
about you
boy.
that I'm finally excited to have you as a guest on our show, and I can tell our audience what fantastic work you're doing out there. You're an educator, you're an artistic director, you're a dancer, so you're everything culture.
Yes, I live and breathe culture.
Definitely, and it just takes somebody following one of her social media handles to understand
Oh
that.
boy,
So
yes.
it's so nice to have you here, and I know dance is your passion.
Correct.
So when did your journey with dance begin?
So my journey started some 30 plus years ago when I was a little child. My parents, they started with music first, but I didn't really,
It didn't connect.
No, I didn't
Yeah.
connect with the music, and I told my parents, I want to try dance.
Okay.
So I started off with dance. I started off with Kathak, and from the time I started, that was it. I was in love. I was in love with dance.
Love at
That was
first-
love at first.
I wouldn't say love
Step.
at first sight. I was not going to say
Love at first step. Yeah, that was it. I was
Yes.
hooked, and I've been dancing ever since.
So Kathak is where the journey began.
Correct.
So does your dance still incorporate, what genre of dancing do you do? Do you do
Yes.
classical?
So I
or-
do infuse Kathak, and I call it more like fusion. So I do
Okay.
Bollywood pieces, but I also incorporate Kathak into it because the young, most of my dancers are very young girls, and they like that style. So,
Right, yes.
I try to facilitate that.
And it's evolving with the time. So it
Correct.
keeps the roots or the traditions of
Yes.
Kathak, and it
I add a little something different to it.
wow, that's very interesting. And it's interesting to know that you also had that exposure
Yes.
at that young age as well. So the ability to explore that creative side of you as well.
Correct.
Yes. So the music did not stick, but the
No,
dancing did.
the dance did. I did try with the keyboards, and it just did not. It just did not. Dance is where I felt at home. I felt natural. It felt like a calling.
And how have you seen your love for dance evolve? Like
Oh.
I know you turned it from a passion to now a profession.
Yes. So after many, many years of being with a group, and I decided, or I just felt like it was time for me to do my own thing. And, I had a vision of how I wanted my pieces to look and the choreography that I wanted to do. And I said, let me try it, let me try it. And I don't know if it will work, but I will never know unless I try.
Of course, you have to take that leap.
I have
of
to take
faith.
that risk.
Yeah, you have to take that risk. And then you formed your own dance
I
group.
did. So back in 2018,
Yes.
my dance group, SK Dance Academy, that's where we started.
Okay,
And we
wow.
started right at the Diwali Nagar. We had classes there.
And as the years have progressed, your group has grown larger from what I'm seeing.
Yes. So, yes, I did start with a very small group, and now we have grown exponentially. People have always asked to have classes in other parts of the country, but, time is very limited for me. But, I'm very thankful that people appreciate what I've been doing. And I'm
Definitely.
also very appreciative of the fact that it's young girls who are coming to my class and who want to learn to dance and who like my style of dancing.
Definitely, and I can see that because I think once you have a passion for it, it translates into what you do. And then what I admired about your work as well is that you have your own niche. So
Yes.
you created your own fusion,
Fusion.
as you call it, your own
That's
fusion.
what I call it, my own
and,
fusion. It's my own style.
Your own style, and
Yes.
then you also use technology to your benefit.
Yes.
You use that as a platform to connect. So that's where aspiring dancers can find you and
Yes.
say, this is how. So is that intentional, or is it just something that has sort of organically evolved
Oh,
into
it
that?
definitely organically, because I don't run the social media pages. I have one of my girls who
Okay.
do it, because again, I don't have the time, and
Right,
they're just savvy with those things. They know how to make the post or whatever.
So we would sit down and decide, okay,
Yeah.
so this is how we're gonna post it, and they would be
It's
like
like,
in 5 seconds,
yeah.
they're like posted.
Yeah, post that.
and-
So I said, I don't even run the pages, but it has something, as I said, people like what we do.
Right,
They
yes.
appreciate what we do, and so that's how our following has grown, and people have found out about us and have supported us from since we
Yes.
started.
Yes, 2018 to now has
2018
been
now.
a journey.
Yes.
And if you could correct me now, you do concerts as well.
Yes, so ever since we started, I had certain girls who every year would be miss, let's do a concert, let's do a concert. But I, being in the entertainment industry and planning programs, I know the amount of work that goes into it. So I kept telling them, I was like, when we're ready, I'll let you know when we're ready. And I felt ready this year. So this year we celebrated our 7th anniversary with a very successful concert entitled Match, a story told through dance.
Okay, that's really nice.
Yes.
And your group entails how many people?
Currently we are at 40 members.
Wow, that's a large group.
Yes.
And everyone has joined with you, has their own elements. So what does the concept look like? You know, we can tell more to our audiences what they missed out on.
Yes, so it was a story told through dance. We did have an element of theater in it. So there was a story throughout the concert as well. And it did not only have pieces from my group did 10 pieces, but we also highlighted other genres of dance. So we had Latin dance, we actually had aerial arts, people doing silks, we had hip hop, and we also had entertainers like Kavisha Maharaj, Vinesh Ramnarayan, Vijay Ram Kisoon. So
all the names.
All the names
all the names
were there.
That's really nice.
So it was a story.
It was a story.
It was a story.
It was a story on stage and off stage
and
as
of,
well.
Yes.
Very impressive, if I may say so.
Thank you
That's
so
really
much.
Nice.
Thank you.
I like that not only did you include your fusion, but you also infused different cultures and elements of dance. Because I mean, we say that with the arts, that arts translate across all borders. There's no limitation.
It does. It does.
It speaks the language that, you know, unifies everyone. And I think that's really nice. I've seen that you had a platform that put that out there.
And of course, you know, I was hesitant because I did not know if people would have appreciated or, you know, accepted what I did. Because
Where did you all have this concert?
It was at Diwali Nagar, the Mr. Gopi Auditorium. So it's the first time they had something of that nature.
So it's very full cycle for you.
Very full, yes. Very full cycle,
that's really nice.
Yes, so that's why I decided to have it there because that's where we started. That's where we started.
And apart from dancing, you wear many other hats as well. One being an educator, you teach as well. So how do you balance that?
So at certain times like now, where it's Diwali time and I'm preparing for performances, it does get challenging. But you know, we find a way to get everything done, and somehow the 24 hours stretch into more than 24 hours because I also have students preparing for exams.
Right.
So I can't, you know, neglect them. So as I said, it does become challenging, it does become tiring, but at the end of the day, it's worth it. You know, it's worth it. Yeah.
And you know, we've all heard of the saying that says that if you follow your passion, or you know, if your passion is your work, it doesn't feel like work and it feels more, you know.
Correct.
We've also had those posters hung up on our wall.
Yes, because you need that to keep going. You need that to keep going.
And what you said about the 24 hours, you'd be amazed to know how much, like in a jam-packed day, you're like, I did all of that today.
Yes.
And how do you keep, to me, I'm just amazed to, you know, Diwali's coming up, and then, you know, you'd have your performances, and then you have your other duties, the other hats you wear, and then juggling that. And then dance is also a discipline. So how do you have time to do riyas, as they would say, you know, your practice and, you know, all those sessions? How do you all manage that?
So that's it. You know, when it comes to practice, you know, you have to.
Yes.
You have to. So we schedule those practices, and no matter what, we are there. We show up. You know, whatever you have going on, you cancel. Even if you're sick, especially at this time, you know, we need everybody on board. You cannot be sick. So my girls are very disciplined, very disciplined. And you know, if they have to miss, it's really because they really genuinely can't. But they understand that you know, we are at a point where
this is crunch time.
It's crunch time, you know. So we will be performing on the main stage for Diwali Nagar. So you know, that's an honor.
Well, something to look out for.
Yes, you know, it's such an honor to be given that opportunity. So they understand that it takes work and they sacrifice, and they do it.
Right. Wow, that's very interesting, and I'm enjoying learning so far about, because you know, we usually see the final product. We rarely get into details about what, you know, backstage looks like and all the effort that goes into it.
It's a lot.
And how to maintain that balance of taking it from being passionate about dancing to be where it's now an ordeal. Because you know, many people get caught up in that as well, where they're like, you know, performances make the love for the dance get kind of muted in that way?
It does, it does. I did go through that where the constant performing took away from the love because it became more of a chore.
That's what I was trying to get
Yeah,
at.
it
That,
became more of a chore than my passion. It was like, I have to do this rather than I wanted to do this.
So if we're talking about passion, what is something that no matter what is happening gets you passionate about dance? A certain song, what gets that spirit awakened in you? Like
So no matter, I may be dead tired, I might be hungry, sleepy. When I see those girls and they're waiting for me, I get
that's where
energy.
the passion goes. I love
It's
that.
like, guys, let's go.
Let's go. We're
Let's
ready
go.
for
I'm
this.
ready.
And you do a lot of the choreography as well.
I do all my choreography.
So how does that
All
come
of-
to you?
That I cannot explain. So my girls will tell you that I don't come with pieces prepared. It just comes to me. When I see them, and I see it. I see it in front of me. I can't explain it, but
Sometimes it's the music,
yes, the feeling.
the feeling.
Yeah, the
definitely.
vision.
The vision, like, you'll just be hearing a part and then
And it's like, I see
you're
this.
like, yeah, let's do it like this.
Correct.
And then,
So
the
it's like a
hand
puzzle
flows.
that you start putting
Yes.
together, and then at the end you have.
You've ever been in class and you're teaching something and then you're like, and
All
all
the
of a
time.
sudden you're like, they're
That's
like,
what we want. Yeah.
Miss, everything's okay?
Yeah,
And
they're
you're-
accustomed to me. Yeah, they get accustomed to me being like that. They'll see me talking and drawing symbols in the air.
And that's when the
Yeah,
creative juices
yes.
are flowing and
they
it's
just
coming
leave me like,
together.
yeah, she doing her thing. So
And that's really nice. It's very exciting to hear about
yeah, the process.
the process.
The
It's very
process,
interesting to
yeah.
hear about the process and to see, what is the maths behind the process.
It's definitely maths.
Yes.
It's some crazy science, something.
It's a science.
It's
I
a
guess.
science.
We call it science.
We call it
the
science.
jigsawing and all behind
It
it.
is definitely a puzzle. So you start with one piece and then you start putting all of it together.
And how do you balance? So we've spoken about balancing your hats, but balance about home, carving out time for you. I mean, I'm sure that's demanding as well. How are you able to, I mean, this is your crunch time, but
Yes.
in general, being the artistic director
Yes.
of your own dance studio, you will have to be there. You're that presence that has to be there. So, you have to juggle all these things. How do you manage that? I mean, I'm very curious to know.
Well, everybody knows that on Sunday, it's dance class. So
Dance class.
I said, luckily I have a very understanding husband who, when he met me, I was already in this.
He's
so
a dancer,
learned-
so you said you met what you knew what
you
you're
knew
getting
what
into.
you were getting. And he's very supportive. He comes to every performance we have. So we have our classes in a gym. So he
Right.
works out while I have class. So
Okay, so it's a win-win
it's
situation.
a win-win, right? So we make it work. We make it work, and I
Okay.
think that's very important. Whoever you're with has to understand that this is part of you. And if they
Yes.
can't understand that or accept that, then it will not work.
Definitely.
It will not work because it's very time consuming. So when we have performance, he knows that that's like 8 hours gone. And he never complains. He
He's
never
very
complains.
understanding.
Very understanding. I think he likes it. I think now he's into it. He's into it
Has
as
he
well.
started dancing as well?
Oh, Garba. He loves Garba.
I
He
love
loves Garba.
Garba is my weakness as
Aw.
well. I love, and celebrating Navratri, Garba
Yes.
was at the highlight. And just hearing the music, it's a different beat.
It is.
It's a different beat,
It's a
so
different feeling.
it's a different feeling
Yes.
as well, and it's that blend of devotion and music as well. So
And then everybody can take part.
definitely, and my favorite in Garba is Dandiya Ras. So I love to play with it.
Yes.
And talking about Garba, you've seen that there's a growing demand, because if you look at it from a different perspective, you'll realize, like in Trinidad, you've always had this. You've seen, like I've seen organically see Garba grow, because when I had started, we used to have in UV, the UV
That's
Hindu
where it
Society.
started,
That's where
yes.
it started, and it would be this unifying event
Everybody
for
is looking
everyone.
forward.
Everyone is
Everyone
doing
look forward,
Garba.
correct.
Everyone's coming. I remember some of our international students weren't aware of what it is, and you're teaching them. Okay, so this is the stick. You go 1 tap, 2 tap,
And they
it
love
was
it.
really nice.
Yeah, and it's simple and it's fun.
It is for sure. Yes.
Yes.
Well, I look forward to hearing more about it when we come back from a
Yes.
break.
Yes.
Yes.
You're viewing Real TV. Thanks for choosing us.
Diwali preparations can be quite stressful, especially when you have a hectic schedule. Luckily, at premsing.com, I get my Diwali essentials all in one place. With a click of a button, I can get my diyas, decorations, lights, sweet boxes, sweet mixes, groceries, knickknacks, and more. I enjoy shopping online because I can enjoy the store specials here too, like this reduced price box of wax diyas and decorations.
Every word, every line, every paragraph depicts a real moment in someone's life. A father, a sister, a mother, a brother. We at Newsday are dedicated to you, the people, and through independent, unwavering journalism, strive to always bring your stories to life. Because your stories are more than just words. Newsday, independent and credible.
Hi, I'm Zalisa Budu Singh Rupani, and I'm inviting you to join me for Conversations with Zalisa right here on Real TV. It's not just another talk show, it's a space for real stories, real insight, and real impact. We cover it all: health, law, parenting, relationships, drug and substance abuse, mental health, social issues, and so much more, with expert guests who help bring clarity to life's most important questions. So whether you're looking to be informed, empowered, or simply inspired, this show is for you. Weekdays at 10 a.m. with repeats on Real TV. You're viewing Real TV. Thanks for choosing us.
Welcome back to RANGMUNCH. Before we went on break, we were discussing Garba and our combined love for
Yes,
Garba,
yes.
and we have a short video as well to
Yes.
play. This video is from when?
This was our performance for Diwali Nagar 2024.
Ah, okay. So, Mr. Director, if we could cut to that video, please.
पूछे मुझे कितना साजन तेरा चाहे तुझे तेरी सहेली मेरी पूछे मुझे कितना साजन तेरा चाहे तुझे
What a beautiful performance.
Thank you, Shweta. Thank
That is
you.
so nice, and I'm so glad that we got to talk about the off-stage management, because I definitely saw how well in tune and in sync everyone was, and I'm sure that did not come easy.
No, it did not. A lot of buff.
Are you a strict teacher, or are you?
With certain performances, yes.
Okay.
With certain ones, definitely,
Okay.
yeah.
So you're a miss that some days we can be scary
Yes.
of, and some days we're
yeah,
fine.
Yeah, they know these certain times when,
They're
don't
like,
mess
"No,
with
not
it.
today."
No, well, not today, not today.
They're like, no, Miss looks like
Yeah.
she's strict today.
Yeah.
But no, it's from everything, from the outfits, you know, the costumes, to the dandiya, to the overall, as the kids call it, aesthetics.
Aesthetics.
The aesthetics were really nice,
Thank
if I may say
you,
so.
thank you.
Definitely you can see that, you know, the passion is translated between you and your choreography in your students, and that's really amazing.
Thank you.
Yes, and you know, I would love to know more how you incorporate, you get the younger girls interested in dance, because that's the next thing that we tend to have
Yeah.
a lot of these conversations that, you know, when you're competing with Bollywood, you're competing with modern trends, how do you get them? Because everything is a discipline. So you may love dance, but to stick to dancing is a discipline.
Correct. It's a commitment.
So it's a
Yes.
commitment,
Yes.
and it's something that's inculcated. It's not something,
No.
it's passion mixed with discipline. So I would love to know from an educator's perspective, how do you bridge that gap, and how do you reinforce that message as well to, you know, keep them interested, keep them coming, you know, and not only appeal to those that are in your class, but also to the wider
New
audience.
ones, yes. Well, for me, what has worked so far is that a lot of my students where I teach are my dancers.
Okay.
So they are accustomed with how I am. I said my moods, you know, when I'm serious, you know, when I'm joking, you know. So, you know, I'm not serious all the time. I'm very approachable. And I think the fact that I also perform with them, they appreciate that, you know, they get to dance on stage with Miss. And for them, it's something that they look forward to. And then also the opportunities that we get. We've been very blessed to, you know, perform on some, you know, stages that everybody wants to perform on. So
Definitely,
the
yes.
fact that we get those opportunities, that is motivation for them. Because I always tell them,
Exposure.
the exposure. I said, you know, it took us a long while for us to get to these opportunities. So the ones that I have now, you know, I tell them, I say, information appreciated, and they understand that it's, you know, that it's a privilege for them to be able to perform. So they want to show that they're doing their best and they're giving their best, because they want people to see that.
Definitely, and I think that's really amazing to be able to sort of get them interested and motivated and passionate about dancing, and then coming and putting their best out there, because, you know, with everything, every performance is you putting your best foot forward.
Yes.
Yes.
Definitely.
And now is your most
Definitely.
demanding time that
Yes.
is coming up.
It
So what
is.
can we expect from your dance group this festive season? What can we look
Well,
out for?
This festive season, our highlight is, of course, main stage Diwali Nagar. We are performing on Wednesday the 15th.
Okay.
And
So mark your calendars.
Yes, Wednesday the 15th. We are actually doing a piece by one of our favorite artists, Kavish.
Okay, wow.
So Kavish.
And Kavish was on our show
Yes.
earlier, so that's really nice.
So we performed for Kavish's Hari Fest.
Yes, he was telling us about Hari Fest.
And we
yes.
performed there, and we did Mangalam Ganesham, and the girls enjoyed it so much they asked to perform
If they can
that
perform
for
that.
Diwali Nagar. So he's currently re-recording it for us to perform it on Diwali Nagar
That
stage.
sounds very
Yes.
exciting, yes.
Yes.
And I'm sure you have all your costumes and everything in order.
We do, you know, and that's also part of the excitement. They love dressing in their traditional costumes. They have no problem. They look forward to it. They're excited to wear those traditional costumes, and you know, I think you have to know how to appeal to the young people.
I think so.
You have to know how
Definitely.
to reach them and what you know. It's just simple things you could do to
Definitely.
get them interested.
No, that's definitely sure from because their interest, they have access to so much information.
Yes.
So their choices are abundant because growing up we would choose either you go and learn Kathak or you go and learn Bharatnatyam, and Bollywood was something you tend to practice in your own
Own
bedroom.
home, yep.
Yeah, you know, you
Yep.
find a song and you play, and that's
Yeah.
our
You
creative
make up your own
expression.
choreography. Yeah.
You make
Yeah,
up
you
your
make
own
up your
choreography.
choreography.
Like I made up a choreography on Chaya Chaya,
Yeah, yes,
and
everybody.
I can still perform it for you
Yeah,
today, no matter the
yes,
time of day.
correct.
So, and that was
Yes,
that was my
that
own
was
yes,
how it was, correct.
and now they have access to so much. The younger generations have access to technology, and it is really interesting to see how, you know, as a young artistic director, and how you're using the traditional roots culture, because you know, as you said, you incorporate devotion,
Yes.
bhakti,
Yes.
spiritual songs,
Yes.
and then you blend it, you infuse it with what's trending.
Correct.
Yes, so
But-
that's really nice.
Yeah, as I said, you know, I understand them. I'm with them. I'm with them, and every generation is different.
Definitely.
You know?
And I think what her next hit that she was hinting to me earlier is that we might be seeing a wonderful performance on the trending song Pardesiya.
Pardesiya, I love that song right
Pardesiya.
now. I love it. I love it. I love it. Yes. So
And
that'll be after.
That after, but we have something that is coming
Yes.
special. We
Yes.
can look forward
We can
to
look
it.
forward to that. Yes,
Yes.
you'll have to come and learn it.
What if I perform that dance now for everyone? That
Yes.
would be interesting.
That will be perfect.
That would be interesting. I'm sold.
Yes.
I'm sold. But it was such a pleasure having you today on our
you,
show. It
Shweta.
was so nice to hear your perspective, to see how you get young girls
Yes.
motivated to dance, and to see the wonderful performance, how it translates from passion to stage. And how you're growing as well. I mean, congratulations
Thank
on your
you.
first concert
Yes,
this
thank
year.
you.
And I'm sure when we have you back on our show, we will not only will be seeing Pardesiya, but we would also be seeing, you know, how you're prepping for your next concert as well. So
boy.
I'm
Yeah,
excited
they're
to
ready
hear
for
that.
next one.
Definitely. So it was such a pleasure having you.
Thank you, Shweta.
And it was so interesting hearing about your journey and how you keep music and dance and art alive in your own way, in your own creative nach way.
Yes, why not?
Yes, so it was such a pleasure.
Thank you for
so much for
having me.
having. And thank you for joining us today on Real TV, and stay tuned for our show next week.